What up, everybody? It's the Well-Spoken Token coming at you again with another episode. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy that you clicked this link today. I'm so glad that you decided to come chop it up with your boy. You saw the Well-Spoken Token had new stuff. I gotta come check it out. Whether you're in your car, driving on the way to work, on the way home from work, if you're in your bed with your crusty, rusty feet, hey, look, I'm just glad you checked it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I have got an illustrious, fabulous guest on the show today. She goes by the name of Spicy Lady Entertainment on Instagram. You can check her out there. Ma'am, please, Miss Spicy Lady, please tell the people what's up.
Hello everyone, what's up? It's your girl Ashanti, aka the Spice Lady herself. And it's good to be on here. It's been a while since I've done a podcast. I'm excited.
Heck yeah, I'm glad you decided to come on out here and check us out. She came up here to chill with the squad, y'all. If you guys have checked out her Instagram, she has no business being down here slumming it with your boy. She makes some fantastic content. She keeps me laughing. She's got some awesome backdrops. I meant to ask, that freaking Fully Cooley backdrop, the Kurt. Oh my gosh, man. It's so dope.
It's my favorite. I love Fully Cooley. That anime is definitely one of my favorite little nostalgic, so when I saw the banner of this one, it's called Uncivil. I don't know if he's still making banners, but he makes limited edition basically.
Okay.
I was like, I need to get this. It took 10 months to get it, but I was like, it's worth it because that was lit.
Shipping from Malaysia or something like that. Who knows? But no, you said Uncivil. I'm gonna go look it up. I'm checking that out. About Fully Cooley though, you said nostalgic. Did you ever get a chance to check out Progressive?
Yes, I did.
I haven't watched it yet. So do you recommend it? Is it pretty good?
I do. I like all the Fully Coolies. I know people have their favorites, but I don't really have one. I love just the world that they build in it. Yeah. I did like Progressive. I don't think I've recently finished. Progressive is the one with the girl, right?
I think the way it was all set up is that the second season was all Progressive was a female centered one, because Nauta was kind of a coming of age story for a lot of young males, and so I think he was trying to do that with Progressive. But I was like, dang, I don't know whether or not I'm gonna like it. Is it gonna ruin the old one for me?
No, I like Progressive because it talked on real issues with friendship, which where it's sometimes especially in high school, friendships change, sometimes people leave, sometimes but it's all about growing and knowing that it's not anyone's fault. It's just what it is. And there's a conversation that was had, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's a conversation that was had that I really related to personally. And I was just like, dang,
no,
it's
I love
real.
That.
I like Progressive. I like it.
All right, bet. I'm definitely checking that out. You might catch a little video. Who knows? I might post about it because Fully Cooley is a huge thing for me, my brothers. I remember waking up at 3 a.m. Adult Swim, just oh snap, what is going on?
It's something about the Pillows music. Their music is so just angsty. It's so angsty.
I mouth imitate that all the time. It's pretty bad, because it triggers something in me. The dopamine gets a rushing. All my nostalgia triggers ascended. I'm oh my God, this is amazing. So speaking of coming of age stories, guys, today on the pod, we're going to be discussing a bit of coming of age situation. A lot of us have had these experiences, especially being young black nerds, especially, we're one of the most educated people out here. Our parents are always telling us, go to college, go make this happen, especially as millennials, and what we end up with is we have a large portion of those individuals deciding not to finish. And we're going to talk about Kanye's first album, College Dropout. So I advertise all the time. It's in my intro for my last season about the fact that I'm a college dropout. I attended school for about 2 years and dropped out. Very interesting stories about those. I've told them slightly on pods, but I really wanted to reach out to somebody else and kind of get their college experience. I understand that you did actually finish college, yeah?
Yeah, by the grace of God, because I was on the verge of not. If not. So I originally started getting rewind. I thought I was going to be
the beginning.
I thought I was going to be a dance superstar. I love dance. I loved entertainment. I knew I wanted to work in it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna apply to this dance school and the academics of it, and I'm like I'm a shoe in because I got really good grades, so it's like it's a win-win.
I'm a quadruple threat. I do it all.
I got denied in both accounts. Like they said no academically, and they said no to dance. And I was like, dang. Like, but I think that academic one hurt more, mainly because like I guess I prided myself on my grades and not really what it was I wanted to do,
Yeah, no,
specifically.
I get that very much so. Because where'd you go to school? Like, what state did you go to school in?
In Florida, where I'm from.
Okay,
So
so that's the South, like so.
I'm really from Pennsylvania, but like I've been in Florida for a long time, so I really want to kind of to
We're
like.
gonna call you Southeastern. It'd be fine. Like it's all good. I live in
Oh,
East
that word.
Texas. I'll be on the East Side. I do stuff,
Okay.
all over the place. I'm multinational, multicultural, international. That's not international
Crying.
at all. Like it's just this nation. Excuse me. Nah, I'll just play it. But no, I was gonna say so. In the South, or even in the Southeast, most schools these days are focused on standardized testing, which makes us all real good at memorizing. And so,
Man.
with those standardized tests, they reward you, right, for like cramming your brain with information that you can just get through a test and get done.
Yeah.
So, like, so were you a small town like in Florida, or were you pretty big? Like, was a pretty big population in school?
It was, yeah, it was a big school. It was so big that there's a ninth grade center. Like ninth grade had its own separate school, and then it was 10 to 12
In
like
their own thing.
high
Okay.
school. Yeah. So it was kind of a new thing for me because in Pennsylvania I came from a small town.
Yes.
So, coming here and seeing how everything's so big and large, and I was just like this,
Yeah, it's a whole different thing. Culture shock.
different.
Like,
No, literally.
yeah.
Um, so it was like dealing with the I guess the outliers of that,
Yeah.
with me, and then being interested in entertainment, but then also to being interested coming from a family where it's like education is important. I just focused on that and not really what I really wanted to do. So I guess when I did take that leap of faith to like apply
Actually
myself to
go.
that, so
Yeah.
when I failed, I felt defeated. I was like, dang. So
Okay.
that's when I sat down and was like, I'm gonna still keep dancing. I mean, like there's other avenues to get into the industry. I don't have to go to school for that. So it was like, but I want to learn the industry. I want to learn the business aspect of it because I don't want to be like these other artists, these other young professionals who get duped, who have these horror stories of like So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm in the business of it. So that started my journey and getting my AA in business administration, which is just accounting, and it was horrible. I
Hey,
hated
talk
every.
about it, sis. Talk about it. You still
I
got it. You still got it though. You got the piece of paper that said you went to school.
man, I hated every second. I hated it. Oh my gosh, I was depressed. I was like, is this even real life? Like it was bad. Um Thank God for Quizlet because Quizlet got me through 90% of my degree.
Talk about it. Hey, Quizly, chunk my lady a sponsorship. She just plugged you. She said she used God, and then immediately after she thanked God, she went straight to Quizlet. She was like,
Yes.
thank God and Quizlet. Y'all did it for us, sis. He really won't he do it? Like,
You joking, but literally looking back, bro, without Quizlet, your girl would not be here.
nah,
Because
talk about it. That's
it
what I
was
love. I love to hear.
because I was, it was new for me. I was balancing a lot of firsts. I was balancing my first relationship. I was balancing school, being in school semi sort of on my own. A new job that, that wasn't like a standard. Oh my god, my camera's acting up. A job. So it was like all of these things at once that I was kind of just thrown into. So it's like it was I don't
Yeah,
really it
that's a
was just
lot to.
me.
So, how old were you? Like, were you 17, 18 when you
I
graduated?
was Yeah, when I transferred to because I transfer after I got my A, there's this program in
Okay.
Florida to where you can transfer to any school in Florida and once you do 2 years in the vocational community college school, whatever.
Yeah.
So and it's funny because when I was getting close to finishing that program, I failed the semester because I was focusing on work and
What were you? What job did you get?
I was working at Kohls, man.
Okay, you folding clothes. You were at the front desk.
Oh, I was folding. I stayed in the men's department. You know, look, I don't do checkout. I don't do Kohls Cash. I was talking about this the other night on my stream. I was like, I
All
hated
that
Kohls
offering people
Cash.
stuff.
I
Like,
didn't because I heard horror stories about customers coming over the counter and I was like, look,
how
you
dare
can
you ask me for my email?
look,
What you mean? My phone
look.
number. I'm just
You
trying to
need
buy some pants.
you need look. I can help you to the. You need some khakis. Look, I right over here, sir. What over here? You know, but
Yeah,
checking
absolutely. Out
all of that stuff, memberships. No, I'm not doing
Absolutely not.
that.
Nah, that was the opposite of me. I was always the sales nigga. I was just like, yeah. People are just like, oh yeah, he talks a lot. He's gonna be great at this. And personally, I don't like messing with people's days. So like, if you walked up to me with some pants and I want to buy this, I'm like, cool. Here you go, bloop bloop, and you're out of there. But then I get like somebody over my shoulder, like, you know, you didn't ask him about Kohls Cash. You know, you didn't ask him about the membership. You know, you should have probably like went in and like checked to see if they wanted anything else. Like, did you tell them about the receipt? I was like, no, I gave
I'm like, you want me to have a 30-minute conversation with this man where the line has 80 people in here? Because the line in Kohls was always long, child. And I was like, I am
Kohls.
not.
It's Kohls. You got people got funerals to go to, job interviews, somebody trying to like people are in Kohls to get in and get out because wherever they're going after that, they putting that shit on.
Exactly. No, literally. And the next day returning it. Because don't get me started on the old return.
Hey, look, I didn't drop some stuff back off at Kohls. Like, hey,
because we have a no ask, no tell policy, bro. Like someone tried to return a Walmart Gap type of shirt. We're like, we don't even sell this brand here. But yeah, I stayed in them because I was trained in the men's department, one of the like higher up, I guess, lead supervisors. Yeah. So like I was pretty much like I knew I was good at my job, but I just didn't do checkout. Like I was like, you know, there's times
hey, look, you gotta have standards. Know your worth. Tell them what you can and won't do. Because if you,
but they
like
were,
me, you'll be in every position.
But no, that's the thing. That's why it's important to let your job know not to cross lines into your personal life because they sure enough will. Because but me, I was like, I didn't know how to balance that. So it was to the point to where all of our staff were all college students. We were all college kids.
Yeah.
So
everybody's trying to study and work. Like
they used to call us because they were short staffed because they had a lot of people like quitting. And so, and a lot of their full-time staff were over their hours. So they used to call us during class to come in to work earlier. And I'm like, bro,
y'all know I'm in college. Like, what do you like?
Bro,
prime school hours. Like, what do you even do?
I'm like, I leave class and I come right to work. And you're asking me to come in earlier. Like, don't do so. That would end in disaster. So let's just say I failed that semester.
Absolutely, because hey, look, any supervisor, person in power, they will absolutely value their schedule over yours anytime. Thank God
I did have this really nice manager who's new. She was like, look, I have daughters who are in college. Like, school comes first. So, like, when I told I was quitting, I was like, look, I can't do this. Like, just, you know. But after that,
down, give them the walkie-talkie all like rude, like.
I used to not even pick up the walkie-talkies, bro. At one point, it was bad to where they called me over the intercom because I would not take a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, oh my God. Like being called over the intercom gives me nightmares, man. I got fired from a job basically over the intercom. It was hilarious.
Like, oh my God, no. Like the TikToks where he used to quit over the when he used to like, Martha, you are of this job.
Nah, they was just like paging reverse my name, of course. Paging you need to report to the office and then immediately leave. I was
my God, what happened?
Oh, okay. I was at a boy. Yeah, it's a while. So, no, it's fine. I told these people everything. Like that. I'm an open book, like they say. Now I was working in a boys' home. I was coming, like I was always over there. Like I had a little spot in the back because there's rooms everywhere. I had a little spot in the back. So when I got too drunk, I would just like go lay. That was a bad time. I was a little bit of alcoholic. It was years ago. Like so, I would go find a little spot in the back. I would like rest, go to sleep. Then I wake up at like 6 a.m. Go cook the kids breakfast. Like I was a cook. So like I was cool like going in and cooking breakfast. I did that. And then I was like, I'm gonna go catch a nap and I'm gonna be back by noon to get lunch. That did not happen. They was looking all over for me. They was asking kids, like, you see Mr. Johnson? Like, do you know where he's at? Like, my dad worked there at the time. So they're like, have you seen him? He's like, nah. He's the one that found me after they called over the intercom. He's like, I knew you was back here in your little spot.
I'm crying. I'm
Nah,
crying. That was me at Kohls. I used to hide in the men's apartment, man.
don't tell
but
me you was in the pants like like
yep,
shrunk
I
back.
used to fake folding pants up. Although the men's pants were always a mess, so it's like it was an excuse.
Oh,
But they tend to want you to skip over that and leave that for last. But I used to be like, oh, just straighten it up.
yeah, a little busy work, just a little something over here I can mess around on my phone on. I get that. So like with all those responsibilities and crazy stuff going on at Kohls, I completely get like having your mind there, because like that's another thing that was drilled into our heads is like young kids, especially young Black kids, is like, yo, not only do you need to go to school, but you need to work, like work your ass off, like you need to.
Yeah.
And so were your parents able to financially help, or were you working mostly to get your own little cash? Or
They were, but
Hmm.
majority of, I guess, like the help came from grants and loans because of my
I heard
situation,
that borrow that money.
So yes, and then another issue, right? So I'm getting paid for my job and I'm getting grants
Gotcha.
that
So
that
yeah,
are, so
that's a lot of
I'm
paperwork.
thinking I'm 18 years old. I've never seen this much money in my life. I'm thinking
Yeah.
like I'm about to go to Dubai. I got all this. I got I got three.
Yes,
I got a
indeed.
comma in my savings account. And it's like
Exactly. I was like, once you see that first comment in there, I'm like, oh snap, this is a different world. I'm a different
literally.
breed. Like,
So there, although I was responsible kid, but like I guess I wasn't like thinking long term. I was just like, okay, well I got money, so I can
yeah.
just
I mean,
I
no,
can.
did anybody like? Were you a financial literacy family? Was that something that was like talked about a lot with your family? Like how to handle money,
No,
deal with money? Me neither. Like that was never me
no.
as far as like how to actually handle money. Like when we
It
got commas in the bank account, man, we going to Chuck E. Cheese, we eating pizza, cable's back on.
Yeah,
Like,
especially income tax season. Like that was
oh
always
yeah,
like
that's second Christmas. Like
that's
that's
birthday and
time.
Christmas. No, literally, and because my birthday's around income tax season, so it's like, hey, look, we skipping Christmas, and you get a good birthday or
Exactly.
what? And it was like, okay, birthday,
You want to have fun when the sun's out or what? Like,
like. And so after that, after kind of after failing that semester and realizing that you know I was close to I need something got to
yeah,
give,
absolutely.
because prior to I was kind of already depressed because I was like, I'm getting close to finishing my 2 years and there's no school that has a degree program that I like, and I don't want to go into a field that I don't like because I already don't like the thing I'm in. I
Yeah.
just like it because I'm learning just business tools, that will help me, and in the
Yeah,
long
no,
run.
absolutely.
And
So when you first started, that was you went in for the business. You were like, hey, I'm going to go to the AA and do the 2 years and go from there.
yeah,
Did you
yes.
you failed the semester at AA?
Yeah, well, my associate's degree. Yeah, so I failed the last semester. I was supposed to graduate. It was either like I felt like two classes. I passed one, but I failed two. So, but they have great forgiveness, so I was able to use that and still be on track towards graduating.
Yeah.
So I was glad that I was like, okay, so I need to. That's when I was like, all right, I need to get my act together. And so that's when I kind of like I quit my job. I was like, look, can't do this, because at the time
Yeah.
I was leaving class, going right to work, and I was working. And I hate when Kohls does it during the holidays. Kohls extends their hours to like 1 a.m.
Yeah. For
So
those
like
people, late night shopper stuff, like that's actually
yeah,
like pretty
and
murder on a person.
they start in like September, and that's when school starts. So it's like I have 1 month of a regular schedule, and then it's like I'm working to 2
Yeah.
a.m. and that's when most assignments are due. So it's like it was.
Yeah. When do you have time to do anything? Like you back there trying to do homework and calls. Like, now I got you.
Yeah, that, and then like I was in a relationship that wasn't the best. We both didn't know what we were doing, so it was like it wasn't
It wasn't what
what.
it was supposed to be. It wasn't. It
Yeah, and so
wasn't.
that's when I
Bang.
stopped myself. Was like, okay, I need to make changes. So that's when I quit my job.
Did you end
I
the relationship or did you
I
kind
did. I had to, because he was. Look, I don't want talking. I don't
of
like to talk bad about
you ain't
exes,
using his name, but you can if you want to.
but
Give him
he
the smoke.
but he was kind of telling me things like, you ain't really gotta go to school, kind of
Oh
telling me, and I
nah.
was
Okay,
like,
I got
look,
you. His
yeah,
mentality was fucked up.
yeah, we were
Well, excuse me, whoever you are, young man, years and years ago. Like
but
it
it's We were both young. It was both of our first relationships, so it's like it was
I believe
still
it. Right.
kiddiness, even on, so
Yeah,
that's when I was like, I need to make changes. So that's when I, end things with that. And then that semester I made goals. I was like, I'm gonna get straight A's, because I really want to do that. And I did. I got straight A's. I made the dean's list. And
okay.
and then that's when I saw that this school had a whole new program for entertainment management, and I was like, "Yo, this is kind of dope!" Like,
Up
had
my
every
alley, like
yeah, and a new like degree at that. So I was like, thank you, God. Like everything works out, because had I graduated on time, I probably would have been dropped out because I'm like, there was nothing, there for me.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's kind of my little story. And I graduated last fall, so like I'm still
fantastic. Congratulations. We always love to hear the success stories, especially when it's got so much turmoil kind of like in the middle, because like that college experience is easily depressing, especially when you're like, it's like the weight of the world. Like you're literally out here, oh wow, I'm out here on my own, which is kind of what happened to me. Like my college experience was interesting because I started off at a junior college. I was like, oh, I'll transfer. And I was always in the theater and stuff like that. So I completely understand like the entertainment situation. When I went into it, I actually ended up getting a scholarship. It was only like $1,500, like,
okay, that's dope.
For theater school and stuff. I was like, well, excuse me, for theater to go to school. And I was like, yeah, this is incredible. Like my parents are not going to have to pay any money for me to go to school. And like, I was very happy about it because they dang sure weren't going to be able to. And they told us, it was like, yo, like make a way. But that was, for us, I grew up in a small town. So grades and stuff like that became like, when I started off high school, I was very competitive, very much wanted to like be a part of the like top 10 DAs, deans, that kind of thing. DAP is what they called it here. And I was like, I was really into that. And then like probably about my junior year, I just kind of like the stress of it all, because they really like push it on you. Like when about that time, I was like, do I really want to like, and when I found like theater as an outlet, I was like, okay, this is definitely it. But going to college and actually doing the like theater situation, I loved it, enjoyed it. And if it wasn't for the fact that I got expelled, like not expelled, expelled, criminally trespassed.
I ain't gotta be a bitch to let a nigga know that he ain't shit. I ain't gotta be a hoe or shake my ass to pay my rent. But what I am gonna do is I'ma check that bullshit at the door. For anybody thinking they sleep, trying to befriend me again after they burnt the whole bridge. Bitch, you see, lyrically put the gun in their mouth. Open that bitch, take it all out. Y'all ain't giving, so I'm taking. Don't give a fuck about what you think of it. Too high in the sky to sink, little bitch. What I'm smoking stank a lot. What you smoking stank of shit. Got my shit together, took off on they bitch ass. Relocated, but it's still north on they bitch ass. Put a hole in one like it's golf on they bitch ass. Watch what you say, move with caution with your bitch ass. Everything I do, I deliver. Eating on the beat, 16-piece dinner. Fuck what they saying, bitch, I'm that nigga. That queen, that goddess, whatever you wanna call it. Now I'm dancing in the mirror, screaming, you that bitch. I'm so happy and so grateful now that I am rich. Affirmations bring manifestations, program shift. Uninstalling, reinstalling like a program disc. Nerd life. They gon' know my name worldwide. I'm the only child, this is mine. The motherfucking God is self-made through my grind. The motherfucking God is self-made through my grind. The goddess.